To celebrate President's Day, the History Channel has a 3-night documentary event focusing in on our 16th president. That, of course, is Abraham Lincoln. And world-renowned presidential historian and Pulitzer Prize-winning best-selling author Doris Kearns Goodwin joins us now to get us ready for it. Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, Micah.
Well, so many accolades on your resume. I think in 10 plus years of the show, you're our first Pulitzer Prize winner. But let's get into this. This is based on your bestseller, Leadership in Turbulent Times, correct?
That is correct. I mean, what I think the History Channel wanted to do with us, executive producers, Beth Lasky and myself, and the team at Radical, and actors and historians, was to create the journey of Lincoln rather than President Lincoln. He starts off as Abe. He's only 9 years old. His mother has died. He struggles with his father. He struggles to get an education. He runs for office. He loses. He has to have resilience. So you watch the qualities that allow the making of a leader. And I think that's the thing I mostly want to get across to people, because you'll see him as a man, a young man, before he becomes this icon of President Lincoln.
I like that, when you take the steps to really understand where he came from and how he got to where he was. And then really this binge-worthy event begins Sunday night, and I watched the preview online. It looks really good. And who was really featured in the interviews? I saw that President Barack Obama will be a part of it.
President Barack Obama will be speaking, as will General McChrystal, as will a relative of Frederick Douglass, who's a main character in the dramatic sequences, and then all my fellow historians. And the great thing about the Lincoln historians is that they are so generous with one another. It's almost as if Lincoln's qualities have, some come down upon their shoulders. So, and they know aspects of Lincoln, each one of them in a different way. So to be surrounded by them as well as by public officials, it's been an extraordinary experience to work with history on this documentary.
And it's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Is it 2 hours the first 2 nights? How does it work?
2.5, 2.5, 2.5.
Perfect.
So the great thing about having, when you think about it, if you watch a normal documentary perhaps, or you watch a movie, that amount of time is not often given to you, but it allows you to slowly begin to understand and connect with Abe, and then you root for Abe Lincoln when he becomes President Lincoln. You're watching battles of the Civil War. You're watching dramatic scenes with Mary Todd Lincoln. You're watching this relationship between Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. You're watching him with the cabinet. And then you're hearing the context that the historians can put together. So it's woven together in an editorial way that I think is quite extraordinary. And it was just a wonderful journey to be on with all these people on.
And like you said, I'm glad you got the time to do it, because sometimes when you have to cut things, you miss things. So having that ability to tell this in a 7-hour event is great, to be able to show all aspects of it. And I'm curious, after all the research that you've done, was there a biggest surprise, if there is one, that one might discover while watching?
I think when I started studying Lincoln a quarter of a century ago, the biggest surprise then, and I think will be true for the viewers of this miniseries, is that he had this extraordinary sense of humor that served as a life preserver for the melancholy temperament and the depression that he went through so many times in his life. I think the viewers will be able to identify, we have so much mental health situations in our country today, and they knew so much less about it back in his time. And when he was in one depression, it was so serious, they took all knives and razors and scissors from his room, fearing he was suicidal. But he came out of it in part because he had an ambition to accomplish something before he died that would help people's lives, but also because he could use humor as a life preserver. So you'll hear him in this miniseries telling stories over and over again in the midst of the worst cabinet meetings. Let me tell you a story. And it might be a story with a moral ending to it. It might just be an edgy story, or it might just be a silly story, but somehow laughing. It's just something we all need to do, I think, given what we've been through in these last couple of years, to have that sense of humor and self-deprecation, looking at oneself. It's what surprised me when I started, and I think will surprise many of the viewers and make them happy to know that the story has that underlying part to it, given all the sadness of the Civil War.
Well, we can't wait to see those stories begin Sunday night. We appreciate your time this morning and getting us ready for it.
Thank you for having me with you.
Well, he's been called America's greatest president, and this weekend you can see why. Abraham Lincoln, the 3-part miniseries, will debut on the History Channel beginning Sunday night at 8 o'clock, running through Tuesday.